person.
Mira, that's not even a real number.
It is for our fans.
Sequels, remakes, and more sequels. That's been the pattern in kids' animation for years. But let's be real for a second. How many sequels can we take before things start feeling stale? Disney and Pixar gave us Inside Out 2, Moana 2, Frozen 3, Illumination keeps banking on Minions, Sing, and The Secret Life of Pets. The movies are fun, but you already know exactly what you're going to get before the trailer even drops. And then, boom! Out of nowhere, Sony drops K-pop Demon Hunters, a movie about K-pop idols who fight demons at night. By day, they are international stars, adored by fans, selling out stadiums across Seoul, Tokyo, and Los Angeles.
Yeah, this plane's trashed.
But when the sun goes down, they become demon hunters, protectors of humanity, wielding magical powers linked directly to their music, style, and identity. It's stylish, it's bold, and it's something so original than anything we've seen in years, and it's making audiences ask, why haven't we gotten something like this before? Today, we're diving into why K-pop Demon Hunters is shaking up kids' animation, how Sony's new formula could change everything, and why Disney, Pixar, and Illumination might need to step up or risk falling behind. Buckle in, because this is a ride. Today, we're going to break down why this movie matters, how it challenges Disney, Pixar, and Illumination, and why its success proves that audiences are hungry for more than recycled stories. This is about the past, the present, and the future of animation, and it starts with a K-pop beat and a demon-slaying girl group. At its core, K-pop Demon Hunters is a wild ride. Our heroines, the members of Huntrix, are global pop idols by day and fierce demon hunters by night. They're cool, witty, and armed with both choreography and magical weapons. The setup is straight out of anime, but the execution is very global. The cast of characters feels straight out of both an anime and a K-pop agency. You've got the charismatic leader, the bubbly main vocalist whose power is tied to her voice, and the stylish fashionista whose demon-fighting skills match her killer stage presence. Each transformation scene matches her personality, like the Sailor Moon and Pretty Cure, but with modern Korean pop aesthetics. The style leans heavily into anime influences, expressive faces, slick transformations, over-the-top supernatural battles. But Sony mixes that with cutting-edge 3D CG, vibrant neon palettes, and the perfect energy of a live K-pop concert. Then there's the soundtrack. This isn't just filler music. We're talking original songs written and produced with the help of actual K-pop industry pros, even members of groups like Twice. The tracks charted globally, hitting Billboard and Spotify. That's never happened before with an animated movie soundtrack on this level. And the reception? K-pop Demon Hunters became Netflix's first ever box office #1. It didn't just stream quietly, it took over. Fans organized cosplay meetups, sing-along screenings, and TikTok dances. Suddenly, a kids' animated movie wasn't just entertainment, it was a cultural wave. Sony Pictures Animation was founded in 2002. Their very first movie opened season in 2006. Then came Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Quirky, funny, and visually different. They scored a monster hit in 2012 with Hotel Transylvania. Those films gave them box office credibility, but they still weren't seen as game changers. That changed in 2018 with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Don't do it like me. Do it like you.
That film literally rewrote the rules of animation with its uniqueness. It won the Oscar for Best Animated Feature and inspired a wave of copycats. Sony had found its identity, originality, and experimenting. But here's the thing, this isn't just a one-time win for Sony. They've been building a formula, and not the safe kind. Think about it. Into the Spider-Verse blew up the idea of what animation could look like. The Mitchells vs. the Machines leaned into chaotic internet humor and family dynamics. And now, K-pop Demon Hunters mixes anime and K-pop into one glossy package. The secret? Sony isn't afraid to experiment. They don't care if a movie looks too weird or if the cultural focus is too specific. Instead of sanding down the edges to please everyone, they lean in. That's why their movies feel so alive. They're risky, but those risks pay off. Meanwhile, other studios keep playing it safe, and that's where the gap is starting to show. Sony's saying, animation can be fresh, risky, and still works for kids. Compare that to other studios who treat originality as, well, a gamble. Sony is proving it's not a gamble. It is definitely the future of animation. Now let's talk about the giant in the room, Disney and Pixar. These guys defined animated movies for decades. Toy Story, Finding Nemo, Frozen, instant classics. Let's not forget, Pixar basically invented the modern CGI animated feature with Toy Story back in 1995. That movie wasn't just a hit, it was revolutionary. And Disney? They've been doing this since Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in 1937, creating the literal blueprint for animated musicals. From The Lion King to Frozen, they've dominated the box office in our childhood memories. For decades, they've been the gold standard, but recently, their slate has started to look too familiar. Sequels dominate the lineup. Inside Out 2 in 2024, Moana 2 in 2024, rumors of Frozen 3, even Toy Story 5. It's like they've gone from leaders to recyclers. Sure, these sequels make money, but are they surprising anyone? Not really. Their attempts at original films haven't landed the same way either. Elemental did fine at the box office but failed to become a cultural phenomenon. Helio underperformed in 2024, and when you put that next to K-pop Demon Hunters, a film with no pre-existing franchise, no brand recognition, yet massive cultural traction. The contrast is impossible to ignore. It's not that Disney and Pixar can't innovate. Remember The Lion King, Finding Nemo, the original Toy Story? Those were once daring. But now, the studio seems afraid to take risks. And then there's Illumination. They built an empire on franchise power, like Despicable Me and Minions dominating kids' culture. That movie introduced the world to the Minions, and let's be real, the Minions basically became a cultural empire. They've got theme park rides, spin-off movies, and they even hijacked internet memes for years. Their strategy is simple. Keep it cheap, keep it funny, keep it global. Illumination movies usually cost way less to make than Disney or Pixar films, around $70 to $80 million compared to Pixar's $200 million budgets. And yet they still bring in billions. Minions: The Rise of Gru grossed almost $1 billion worldwide. The Super Mario Bros. Movie hit $1.3 billion in 2023. That's insane numbers. But here's the thing. Illumination movies are predictable. Funny mascots, pop songs, slapstick, done. They're safe bets. While K-pop Demon Hunters, on the other hand, feels like a wild card.
Oh, those are demons, and we're gonna kill them.
Sony could have played it safe and made another Hotel Transylvania sequel. Instead, they gave us something unpredictable. Illumination delivers what we expect, while Sony delivers what we didn't know we wanted. To really understand why K-pop Demon Hunters feels so different, we need to talk about anime. Western audiences have loved and consumed anime films before. Pokémon, the first movie, was a box office hit in 1999. Studio Ghibli masterpieces like Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle won awards and built cult followings. But here's the thing. Those were imports. They were Japanese films brought overseas, often edited or dubbed to fit Western sensibilities. They weren't built with a Western studio's involvement. And let's not forget Sailor Moon. Back in the 90s, a team of magical girls fighting evil with style and transformation sequences was revolutionary. But it was also polarizing because some parents criticized the partial nudity in transformation scenes, and cultural adaptation was clumsy at times. It was half accepted, half criticized. K-pop Demon Hunters takes a legacy and adapts it. Stylish girls fighting demons? Check. But now with sleek modern visuals, empowering themes, and cultural authenticity that doesn't get watered down for the West. It's the Sailor Moon spirit but for today's global stage. And this fusion matters because it shows anime's influence has finally gone beyond importing and dubbing. It's shaping how Western studios are making their own original stories. In other words, it's not just Japan exporting anime anymore. It's the anime aesthetic going global, evolving into hybrids like K-pop Demon Hunters. And that precedent could open a new door. What happens when Western studios start experimenting with Bollywood influences, African folklore, or Latin American styles in the same bold way? So why does this matter? Because audiences are telling studios exactly what they want, which is new ideas. We're tired of reheated leftovers. We want something bold, something fun, something that feels new. Think about it. Kids today are global. They're on TikTok watching K-pop, streaming anime from Japan, and playing games from all over the world. Their cultural diet is already international. So when a film like K-pop Demon Hunters comes along, blending K-pop energy with anime style, it feels authentic. It feels like it was made for them. That's why it blew up. K-pop Demon Hunters proves that originality isn't scary. It sells, it trends, and it creates fandoms. And Sony is showing the rest of the industry how it's done, proving that kids' animation doesn't have to be one size fits all. If Pixar, Disney, and Illumination don't start taking risks again, they're going to get left behind. It's that simple. In the end, K-pop Demon Hunters isn't just another animated movie, it's a sign that audiences want to be surprised again. It channels the spirit of anime classics, but adapts it for a modern global audience. Sony took a swing that seemed risky, and it turned into a home run. It's like the industry has been serving the same playlist on repeat, and Sony finally dropped a brand new track that everyone wants to dance to. So, do we want more of this? Yes, absolutely. Because it's refreshing, and because it's new, and because the future of kids' movies shouldn't just be sequels we can predict years in advance. If K-pop idols fighting demons is the new standard for originality in animation, then the future looks very, very exciting. And if the rest of the industry wants to keep up, well, it's time to learn some new choreography. What did you think of K-pop Demon Hunters? Should Disney and Pixar take more risks? Let us know in the comments.